What's going on, everybody? I told you all we were gonna go live. Okay, we got some things to watch. Candace, you dumb white walker, come on over here, cause I know you listening. Y'all, why both sides got a video and story box? Some with some I don't know, is the recording or something? It sounds like Candace is in love with Charlie Kirk. Oh, we going now. Hey, say, honey, how you doing, honey? And then I had someone sent me the video link. Actually, they tagged it on Twitter X for Graham Allen. Woo, he went hard. I saw Civil War on here. I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome. And I wanted to make sure. Hold on a second. Because somebody was playing a video. Man, they went in on her on one of these videos. But I think it was the Storybox who went in on her. And he played something from Twitter X. I don't know. He played something from Twitter X. Ah, man. Was it Chicks on the Right that did that? Somebody played something from Twitter X where some dude just went in and called her. It was like a Twitter call or something like that. Y'all, it has been crazy. Somebody was in on a call on Twitter and they just went off on her. I want to hear that. That's what I want to hear. Oh, this is so good. Candace, you been out here pissing people off. She still can't help herself. Y'all know she don't know how to act. She don't know how to act. She been out here pissing people off. Yeah, let me get that one video. I think it's a video, either Storybox or somebody, or was it Chicks on the Right, where they had this Twitter call. I don't see the chat yet. Y'all hold on one second. Y'all can say hello, come in, hit the like button, all that good stuff. Can y'all see me, hear me? Can y'all hear me at least? What's going on? Francisca up in here, Saint up in here, Colleen up in here. Y'all, Twitter X is picking up. Everybody is over there following me on Twitter. So make sure you're following me on Twitter X. Okay, Mama Sage, how you doing, honey? Happy Sunday evening. Candace's life goal is to piss people off. Okay? Because she damn sure doing it. Girl, fuck clown ass. Y'all see my post over there? Project Constitution want to sit down and try to tell somebody that Gary was seen talking to some he was seen talking to Brian Harper, but it's spelled talking wrong. I say you all are retarded. I said it's talking, not taking. They said taking. It was supposed to be talking. That's how dumb they are. Let's see here. That's not the one I wanted to show. Hold on. It was a leaked audio thing. I want to make sure I have the right one. And then it was something else. Okay, it must have been Chicks on the Right. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I literally was trying to find this after I got off of the last live. We had a great live. You know, great live. Ariane Lawrence a liar like hell. Just a great live. Oh no. Oh no. So we had a fun time. I will be going live this week, you all. Don't worry. I'm going to get back on top of coming on live every day. Let's see here. I'm just trying to make sure I have the right one. It was one where they had Graham Allen, and then it was like part of. Here it is. Yep, it's on Chicks on the Right. Okay, cool. Let me save this. Ciao. Ooh, ciao. So we're not gonna be long, y'all. I finally got all the clips that I want to check out. And let's get to it. Y'all doing all right? Y'all, this is going to be a good, quick one before bed. Yes, it is. And we're going to start this off with 2 Milk Bar videos. You guys, Milk Bar will be tuning in with us on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He's in Australia. I don't know what his time is there. But 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, he's going to be doing a live reaction with us on Candace, the White Walker alien. Okay. And it's going to be a ton of fun. So make sure you guys are tuned in on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. So I'm going to start this off with the 2 videos that Milk Bar has done. Let me pull it up. Y'all ready? Hit the like button as you guys come in. Hit the like button as you come in. I know we've been at it today, honey. Started out with our Scientology Sunday. Next week, I have reached out to Jenna Miscavige. I would love to speak with her. If she is able and have time, that would be awesome. And then she could be our guest on Sunday. So y'all know I'm going to work hard to get that secured. In due time, whatever she, feels like it or however. But I am so excited to have at least sent her the email to invite her on. So hopefully she will come on. In the meantime, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button coming in. Francisca is here. Melinda, Mama Sage. Thank y'all so much for the support. I appreciate you all. You guys are awesome. Colleen is here. More people watching and coming in. Saint, Fran. Shout out to all my moms. I appreciate that. Totally not looking forward to see you starting back tomorrow. I know, right? We had a nice little break without her little clown ass. Oh, Candace, no one needs you. Oh, child. But we got this video from Milk Bar TV. Shout out to Milk Bar. And he's done this disgraced Catholic Carrie regime steals Megyn Kelly and Candace Owens routine. So she's a copycat. Yeah. And then there's another Milk Bar video that I wanted to check out. I want to make sure I have this in the right order. Okay, yeah. So there's another Milk Bar after this where he counts the number of times she says Jews. Y'all, this is crazy. Candace is obsessed. Just followed you on X. Thank you. So when I go back and check, I follow you all right back. So I've been kind of going through last 10 minutes trying to follow as many people back as you all that have followed me. But shout out to Milk Bar TV. You guys, we're going to go ahead and get started on this. Make sure you hit the like button and you are subscribed to the Lady Luck Club because we are aiming to get to 50,000 supporters by March 31st, which is my birthday. And yes, wouldn't you want the queen of YouTube to have a fantastic birthday? I do. Hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bells. Let's get to it. Put a 1 in the chat when you can see and hear.
Israel. And like I said, I would rather die. I would rather die than worship Israel.
The Israel thing. And I'd rather die than bend the knee to these people. I'd rather die.
A genocidal state that is committing genocide against innocent Palestinians.
Yep.
Yeah. It's wrong. And I reject that. And it feels so free, you guys. I honestly feel so free. I'm no longer in chains.
Yes.
I'm no longer in chains.
Genocide is always wrong is what I tweeted. And this caused an emotional breakdown amongst people who support Israel. This is a slave hanging. This is a slave hanging. And that slave not only survives like this public whipping, but that escapes and becomes successful.
I'm no longer in chains.
Yes.
I'm no longer in chains.
What's she supposed to say? A slave hanging?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally back. I can't even tell you guys how excited I am to finally be back, just speaking about things that are on my mind. Jewish.
Okay, this is the one where she goes in and he does the Jew count. I'm shocked at the last one talking about a slave hanging, and then she was like, "I'm finally free." When were you in bondage, Carol? What the hell? She need her ass whooped. Moving on.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, We are finally back. I can't even tell you guys how excited I am to finally be back, just speaking about things that are on my mind. Jewish, Jew, Jewish, Jew, Jewish, a Jew, Jewish, Jewish, Jews, Jewish, 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 Jews, Jewish, Jewish, Jews, 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 Jewish, 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 Jews, Jewish, Jewish, Jews, Jewish, Jewish, Jews, 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 Jewish, Jews, 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 Jewish, Jewish, Jews, Jewish, Jewish, Jews, Jewish, 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 Jews, Jewish, 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 Jews, the Jews, Jewish Jews, the Jewish, 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 Jews, Jewish, 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 Jews, 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 Jewish, Jews, Jewish, 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 the Jews, Jewish, Jews, 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 Jewish, 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 Jewish the Jews.
Pause. We're at 400. You can't make this stuff up. Y'all, my brain. What the heck? I'm gonna have to ask Milk Bar, how do you do this? I don't know if you guys were here earlier for Scientology Sunday, and I was telling Kyla, I said, man, we got to make sure we don't get milk barred. This is what it looks like to be milk barred, okay? He's gonna turn you into a full video. Oh my good Lord. How you doing, Melinda, honey? What's going on? Listen. Melinda said, totally not looking forward to her. James Rez, how you doing? Oh my God. Brent said, what the hell? Dear Lord. Oh, Brandon actually spoke about CO today. Jay Witt showed it tonight. Brandon actually spoke about CO. Oh, Brandon Tatum. Oh, hell, what do you say? If you're going to keep it all week. Yeah, God. That depends on how I feel when I'm done with the videos. Maybe we'll catch it tomorrow. Ciao. I just don't. I think Brandon Tatum does what he does just to try to take some of the heat off of her. He's never going to go full blown. Now, done with Candace. I'm done with it. Candace can kick rocks. I'm done with her. Blah, blah, blah. Because he still works for her. He'll never disown her. He would have to be fired first. So as long as he got something to do with her packages and her merchandise and all that, child boo. It's like one of those things where, you believe it when you see it sort of thing. Yeah, that's why I am with him. Can't make this up. Oh, go chuck yourself. I'm glad you agree with something she says, and you probably don't understand what the hell she say. Nidra, how you doing? Sheesh, I know, right? Repentant. Did you see how they have the bunk food pic page of Google? What? Yeah, somebody sent me some photos of some pictures that were from Pinterest. They weren't even like meals she made. Who knew? Child. Oh Lord, what's going on, songs? Y'all, this is something else. Okay, we gotta get back on it. Get back to the counting. Y'all ready? Go.
I'm obsessed with the Jews.
Unbelievable.
If I want to say Jews, I will say Jews, 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 Jewish, 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 Jews, Jews, Jewish, 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 Jews, Jewish, Jews, Jewish, Jews, Jews, Jewish, Jews, Jewish, 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 Jews. She's definitely obsessed with Jews. Jewish.
Graham Allen had teased a episode where he was gonna.
Yo, that was sick. Shout out to Milk Bar. Oh my God. That was something else. That was her getting a count of how many times she said Jews. What? Oh my God. Welcome in, people, y'all. No, right. Nidra, how you doing, honey? Welcome back. Linda said it probably took him a while, but he probably uses it, y'all. Child, for this one, I would have. Go glow, go glow. Candace is on demonic people. Yeah, she's a demon. Jeez, that was a lot of her saying Jews. Y'all, that was over 1,100 times. That's so crazy. Hi, Patrino. What we watched wasn't all of what he said. There was a second part. I seen it. Really? And the video just kind of left it at that. Yeah, it was a whole video. It was 3 minutes, 26 seconds long. Is there more? Email it to me. We'll check it out tomorrow. Ciao, boo. Ooh, ciao. Hey, Nidra. Saps, how you doing? Oh, wow, another live stream. Yeah, I told y'all we had to get some Candace in. Oh, Lord. Because Candace is being a dumb demon. Yeah, so we got chicks on the right, 2 chicks on the right up. But I want to hone in on this portion here. They go into a call that was done on Twitter X. All right. So let's go to that. Yeah, it's at the end. So I want to get to that. And then the next one will go to both sides. Because he's got some recording and he's so funny. He's got a little recording. It's been saying everything I've been saying for months about, Candace being in love with Charlie Kirk and all. Candace, it doesn't take much. All I need is a recording to confirm. You're not that smart, girl. All right, y'all. Let's get to this. Let's check out what happened in this call because somebody went off.
Oh, I was with Charlie Kirk when Candace Owens and I met Candace Owens at the Trump International Hotel first time that he met her as well. She had a YouTube channel. She was doing decent views. She was in the accounting field, and so Charlie brought Candace on. Turning Point USA. We made her a comms director.
It was. I said it was Ben Shapiro. It was Charlie that started that brought her on.
Yes. Yes. And so
Brandon,
Charlie,
okay, cool. I got you, Patricia.
Brought her on, and I was around at the time.
What's happening?
Nobody on the board of directors like Candace Owens. She was forced out of Turning Point USA because she is a cunt. She is an let me just say this, and I want this on the record. She is a disgusting fucking human being. She has no personality whatsoever. She is a nasty character, and I have nothing but disregard for her because everybody who gave her something, she took it away. She stepped on our backs to gain fame. She is a lying, phony bitch, and I want nothing to do with her, and I don't want anybody in this movement to associate with her because I can't stand her.
Well,
and I will tell her to her face on a live interview if I have to.
Me
Fuck
too.
You.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and there you have it. There's
damn.
There's that. The Eclipse Truth. I love the comment that you made. This is all spiritual warfare, and I totally agree.
This is that thing.
I agree with you.
But you can't stay on the sidelines on this.
Yeah, who was the dude talking? Ryan Fortinier, he went the hell off. Oh, Ryan, how do I get you to come over to the LLC, honey? How do I invite him over on the show? Y'all help me get Ryan over here. And Ami, that's my boyfriend. Oh my God. I love it. I love just the raw release of saying what needs to be said because everyone is singing it except the Candy Ass Cult members. Oh, the Candy Ass Cult members. You people know I have no care concern about what you think or feel, right? As long as we understand that. All right, y'all. That is epic. He's on X. Can you tag me into something with him on X, please, Melinda? Do you mind? I want to get him on my show. I want him on my show. I love it when, listen, y'all, profanity aside, I don't look at the profanity stuff because sometimes I use it, but I look at the delivery in that passion and that gumption in that delivery. He meant every word he said. He's not playing. And you can't help but to be on business with this because Candace is a dumb demon from hell. Her objective is no different than Satan's objective, which is to kill, steal, and to destroy. And any and everything that she could kill, steal, and destroy, she's going to do it. We don't owe her anything. We don't bow down to demons. We leave them in hell underneath our feet where they belong. Jesus wandered in the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights and had to deal with much temptation. You know what he told the devil? Get behind me, Satan. He didn't sit down and try to reason with him. For what? No, he told Satan, here, get behind me where you belong. We don't need to reason with demonic forces. We tell it to go where it needs to go. And that's it. Candace is the same way. People need to stop giving her leeway on this. That's why I don't understand, like, Megan Kelly being scared. Get out, kick rocks. Child, get her a read in 5 minutes. You can't make this up. I love it. I love it when people just speak their mind. Speak their mind. Awesome, awesome. I guess he is off her Christmas list. Oh, y'all. I'm still trying to get over there on Paramount Tactical. I was Gary, you bringing me over there? Child, I'm gonna have to stop cussing by then. I really gotta stop cussing. So that was Chicks on the Rocket. Y'all, we got both sides. Marlon's in the house. Y'all show him some love. Is he married? I think he's married. Oh, you got any single brothers or anything?
Candace and Charlie sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. At least that's what Candace thinks might have happened. I'm just saying we found something. I don't see a whole lot of people talking about it yet, so maybe we might be first, second, third, somewhere. We're in the top 15 at minimum. A audio file that has emerged with Candace, seemingly Candace. It might be AI. It doesn't sound like AI necessarily. I mean, you know how AI is getting better by the day. It could be, but it don't sound like it. A recording of her speaking about her and Charlie's relationship before he actually married Erica. Wow. Now, what you're gonna hear her say, I'm gonna let you hear it. And
okay,
man alive, y'all gonna have to figure yourself out on this one. I'll give you what I think we was right. Let's just put it. This audio tape is actually her. We was right that Candace was absolutely head over heels. I mean, going 40 man for Charlie. What? When you hear it, you're gonna understand what we say. So let's take a listen to what.
I just want y'all to know I was the first one to put that out in the whole thumbnail and the title. Just like with her degrees. Yeah, she has no degrees. Yeah, first to do it over here, Queen of YouTube. I had no quarrels in calling her a cult leader, telling her to kick rocks, calling her a heifer, and of course saying that she was in love with Charlie Kirk. But that's why we need to grow this channel. Get 50,000 plus subs by the time my birthday comes around. Because I know what I'm talking about. I know a scorned woman when I see it. Candace, you are a scorned woman. All because she wanted him and she couldn't have him. You know, and Yeasty may have played a role in that. I mean, what real man wants to smell burnt banky bread and bacon bits and spoiled cabbage? Who wants to smell all of that? All them weird ass smells emanating from your body, girl. You can't make this up. Shout out to Mara. Let's go.
She had to say about man. What man? I'll play the whole thing. It's only a minute and 25 seconds. Okay, I'm not going to interrupt it for the soldier. You say you keep pausing. I'm not going to pause it. I promise. Pinky, I promise. Here we go.
Charlie didn't love Erica. He and I had this discussion many times. Like, he didn't love her. He told me he was pressured to marry, of course, the stereotypical blonde American white girl. He was conservative, and you can't be a conservative without an arm candy wife and a bunch of little Charlies running around. But I remember vividly, we were having dinner in DC, if I remember correctly, and like, I could really tell Charlie wasn't all for this chick. It was like he was being pressured. I know he was being pressured. We joked about marrying each other, although I don't really think it was a joke, because after dinner we went to, Charlie said we should see what I look like in a wedding dress. And I said, are you kidding me right now? He said, no. So we went to this, I can't remember the name of it, bridal wares, or no, it was Grace Loves Lace, because Charlie made a joke that Candace, me, loves lace. But he really had me try on maybe 24 wedding dresses. I was like, what is really going on here? I mean, I didn't say that to Charlie, but the next thing I know, the lady that was helping me asked if my fiance needed to look at suits, and both me and Charlie just lost it. But he did try on a tux, and he jokes that we should take a picture and post it just to get people talking. But he deleted it shortly after, because why? Because these new people he had brought into Turning Point convinced him it would send the wrong message. But Charlie looked to me to guide him with just about everything. If I would have told him to avoid Erica at all costs, he would have.
Okay. Well,
wow.
I'm gonna let that settle in the air for y'all just a little bit. Like I said, if this is true, my question is, why is it not being spoken about by Candace right now? This would be a smoking gun. This would be, if you ever, I mean, the dreams, look, a dream is just as good as this. Like, I mean, man, come on, man. You went with Charlie to wedding dress shop, and he tried on tuxes, and y'all joked about getting. How come you never mentioned the fact that y'all joked about getting married before?
That's what I'm saying. Where did they do that at?
And so you're telling me, hear me out. The same way, and this is why I believe it's real, but I also believe it's a lie, because I don't believe her. Here's why. You were also the one, Candace, that said that your donors told you that it would be better for you to marry someone from the hood.
Oh my God.
For the image.
Oh my God.
Candace, you can't have it both ways. Here's the thing. If people back in the day, right, they hired you because you were against the hood ideology. That was all you spoke against, was a hood thing. So there is no way that they would encourage you to link yourself with one of those. That's the first lie that I would have easily seen. So this being said by you is not that far-fetched for me to believe that you said it, because you're always embellishing and adding to something that happened. Of course, none of it can be proven. You can't even remember the name of the place you went to try on a wedding dress?
Exactly.
Are you serious? You listen. And
this is a rare occurrence, right? This is not something that's happening every time she goes out somewhere and he's in a mood to dress up. This is the moment for her where she starts to feel something about him. And then that's moving forward. Like, this isn't just a little crush. This is the next step in the relationship. You don't even have couples that have been together 3-4 years just go out arbitrarily and try on wedding dresses and tux. That doesn't happen. This is absolute insane. And she did say that she did this in DC, right? Like, how long ago was this? So this is before she used Charlie Kirk's credit card to go fly out there to UK, so she can meet up with some dude she already done researched anyway. Don't let her have you all thinking she had not researched him. Candace had already researched George Farmer. She knew exactly who he was and how much money he had. For them two to come together with no romance, no. She knew a lot more about him. This is the same person that doxes people. So don't think for 1 second she didn't look his information up. And she saw how much money he made. And she was like, yeah, well, man, hopefully this will make Charlie Kirk jealous. She was the only one that didn't like her. That's it. It's no one else. It's just her. Y'all, this is insane. Melinda said, I tagged you with Ryan. I also asked Benjamin to help you get some collabs. Yay! I'm just waiting on him to say, hey, I'll do a collab. Shoot, me, Artie Trolls, and Milk Bar. That would be awesome. Go over there and do a collab with Gary from Paramount Tactical. Come on. This is awesome. How you doing, honey? Jay Wood also said that Candace at what point she'll say they were way closer. They were way closer, but it would be a lie. She's delusional. Child. She's trying to get ahead of it. That's what she kind of trying to do. Hey, T Mimi, how you doing? Tiger, Lily, Cloudy. That was great. Yo, okay. That dude, he went in. Lambert 316 Hope can't even remember the city. Thought he might be DC. I thought she said that. I'm just gonna assume that because she said something about going to dinner in DC. Andrea said, especially that Manny. Oh yeah, honey. She was after the Monet. The Monet. Y'all, this is something else. So this recording, I'm curious to know where they got it from, but it's not too far-fetched. I would be so mad if it turns out to be like AI something, because that sounds like someone just like her. She sounds like someone that has literally lost the person she wanted to be with, and now she's being overly vindictive. And it's like going to work for TPUSA, knowing that you wanted to be with him, and then he rejects you, shortly after that. Then did she get fired or something like that? Because she couldn't handle looking at him knowing that he didn't want her. He just didn't want her. And who will want this dumb demon? Did y'all see the part where she said, and here's my thing that I find to be very disturbing. Okay. Hold on. Okay, let me this is my true questions, not bespoken. Hold on. This is I want to play her recording. Okay, so this part right here. Let me play this again.
Of course, the stereotypical blonde American white girl. He was conservative, and you can't be a conservative without an arm candy wife and a bunch of little Charlies running around. But
so, do they not have interracial marriages in conservatism? How many of you all hit the one if you know an interracial couple that are conservatives? Hit the one. Because she making it seem like there's no way that Charlie Kirk, the all-American white boy, would never be seen with the black conservatives who gave me a chance to earn all this stupid money, 3 jobs, 3 terminations, and now I'm attacking them. How dare they? She is making it seem like black and white people can't have interracial marriages and kids and stuff because they're conservatives. I don't know if Charlie Kirk ever dated a black woman or not, but you can't force yourself on him. You have to look at the situation as maybe there's something ugly and disgusting and alien like inside of you, Candace, to where he's just deterred and distracted. Look who you went and married. So here's the thing. Here's how bad the hypocrisy is, right? Candace is sitting here trying to paint this picture like she would not have been able to get married to Charlie Kirk because they're conservatives and he's white and she's black and blah, blah, blah. And yet she takes her ass across the damn water to the UK and marry a Caucasian European. George Farmer is still Caucasian, is he not? He's still from Europe. He's a Briton man. He's British. Unless I've missed something. Maybe he came out and revealed himself to be Mexican. Maybe he stepped his ass out that closet for a second and then realized that he's actually from South America. Who knows? But she married a white Caucasian European. And they're both supposed to be conservatives unless they just faking the funk. This whole mentality that she has is so fucking flawed. It's not even funny. You're trying to make it seem like there's no possibility that 2 conservatives, one black, one white, could not be married and have kids because reasons. You can't make this up. People didn't want him to procreate with her because she's a demon. And it's because you're an evil gimp. And the yeast infection is on overload right now. Oh Lord, this is so crazy. So this is her aspect of let's move the movement back by 40 years and ensure that we don't have interracial marriages anymore, because I couldn't marry the white man I wanted. So I just went and got another white man in the UK. It's not like she went and married a black man. It's so stupid. What's her whole point with this? She says the worst things at the worst time. The absolute worst things. Girl, if you don't cut that nonsense racism out, girl, kick rocks.
I remember vividly
oh my God.
We were having dinner in DC, if I remember correctly, and like I could really tell Charlie wasn't all for this chick. It was like he was being pressured.
Oh,
I know he
it's
was being
just this
pressured.
shit.
We joked about marrying each other, although I don't really think it was a joke, because after dinner we went to, Charlie said we should see what I look like in a wedding dress. And I said, are you kidding?
Okay, so she didn't take it as a joke. She just said it. She said, even though I didn't think it was a joke. Who gets serious about trying on wedding dresses and you know that you're not even dating this person, let alone engaged? I don't want to believe that Charlie Kirk led her to believe that he was going to marry her. I would find that very hard to believe. I don't know about you all, but me personally, I would find that extraordinarily hard to believe that he ever led her on to think that there could be something there that they could date, or even worse, get married and have a family or anything like that. This is why she's going so hard, dogging out his wife, saying that girl. No, it's his wife. That's his helpmeet. That's the person he's connected and joined to forever. Till death did them part. But it's the disrespect like that. You wonder why people walking around here saying that you and George is stuck up in a lavender marriage with his Pink Panther ass. Can't make this stop. God, she says the dumbest stuff. She's so
me right now. He said no. So we went to this, I can't remember the name of it, bridal wears, or no, it was Grace Loves Lace, because Charlie made a joke that Candace, me, loves lace. But he really had me try on maybe 2 dozen wedding dresses. I was like, what is really going on here? I mean, I didn't say that to Charlie, but the next thing I know, the lady that was helping me asked if my fiance needed to look at suits, and both me and Charlie just lost it. But he did try on a tux, and he jokes that we should take a picture and post it just to get people talking. But he deleted it shortly after, because why? Because these new people he had brought into Turning Point convinced him it would send the wrong message. But Charlie looked to me to guide him with just about everything. If I would have told him to avoid Erica at all costs, he would have.
Okay.
Why didn't you? or perhaps he wouldn't stun her ass like that, and she didn't have that much pull. Because she worked for him. This is madness. If I would have told him to leave that girl alone, he would have done it. So you want to control him, and you see why he didn't marry you. This is all about control for her. You have a cult. Why are they not good enough? 5, 6 million almost people are a cult over there on her YouTube channel. Pick one of them. At least they'll already be willing to do whatever the hell you say. Kick rocks, girl. This is crazy.
I'm gonna let that settle in the air for y'all just a little bit. Like I said, if this is true, my question is, why is it not being spoken about by Candace right now? This would be a smoking gun. This would be, if you ever, I mean, the dreams, look, a dream is just as good as this. Like, I mean, come on, man. You went with Charlie to wedding dress shop, and he tried on tuxes, and y'all joked about how come you never mentioned the fact that y'all joked about getting married before? And so you're telling me, hear me out, the same way, and this is why I believe it's real, but I also believe it's a lie, because I don't believe her. Here's why. You were also the one, Candace, that said that your donors told you that it would be better for you to marry someone from the hood.
Debo and him might take it. Debo and him.
Candace, you can't have it both ways. Here's the thing: if people back in the day, right, they hired you because you were against the hood ideology. That was all you spoke against was the hood thing. So there is no way that they would encourage you to link yourself with one of those. That's the first lie that I would have easily seen. So this being said by you is not that far-fetched for me to believe that you said it, because you're always embellishing and adding to something that happened. Of course, none of it can be proven. You can't even remember the name of the place you went to try on a wedding dress?
Man, that's something else. Okay, shout out to Information Man Show. I want you to know I feel your pain. I actually was watching some of your live stream during my previous live stream covering the Umar Czech saga with that. So I was able to kind of watch your live stream. I think I sent a couple comments, but you know, I could tell it was just one of those moments you just kind of need to have your platform. So I didn't ask to come up, but I wanted you to know I was listening. We checked out about 15, 20 minutes of it. And I was like, I feel exactly how he feels. I'm just trying my best to relate in a way to where it's comical. You can't make this stuff up. Yeah, we got duped. So I'm so sorry, you guys. If I can go on to the mods to please drop his YouTube channel link in the chat. And thank you for making me a mod over there, Information Man Show. So what I'll do is make you a mod over here as well. And I appreciate that. It's been something else, y'all. I don't know what's worse right now. This stuff with Candace or this stuff with Umar and Marianne Lauren and this check and all this blah, blah, blah. It's always something. But this man, he's sitting here like you can't even remember the place where you bought or you tried on these dresses. And yet it's something that you've never done. This is something unorthodox. So why are you having a hard time remembering something like that? You didn't do that every day. And I'm just floored at her thinking that she could just tell this grown-ass man, don't talk to her. And then he doesn't talk to her. You don't get to dictate that.
Are you serious?
Man.
You listen, if it's one thing I can probably win some money on, is that women can remember places, especially when certain things are linked to it. Right. Either trauma or extreme elation because of love. Now, from the way you've talked about Charlie, especially with your husband around, which is wild work to me, the way you've talked about Charlie is almost like he was the one that got away. But if you really thought you had the kind of sway you did over Charlie, where you could tell him, don't link up with Erica, and he's called her that chick, where was your discernment then? I mean, you said this is you. Mm-hmm. You said you've always known how to fix a puzzle. That was your savant side.
Wow.
You were a discerner amongst all discerners. That was you. You couldn't see anything past Erica. And if you did, and you said Charlie would always listen to you, and if he told him to not marry her, he wouldn't. Why didn't you? Why did you allow your best friend to link up with somebody so evil? Why? Because if we were to believe you, hear me out, people. If we were to believe Candace knew a whole lot about Erica before they got married, before Charlie even said, will you marry me, please, Erica? And Erica said, yes, Charlie. If she knew stuff about her before then Charlie's blood is on Candace's hands. Yep. I'm sorry, it is. You said you had the kind of sway over him that nobody else had. I'm going to play the last bit for you. Listen to what she said about what power she had over Charlie.
Both me and Charlie just lost it. Mm-hmm. But he did try on a tux, and he jokes that we should take a picture and post it just to get people talking. But he deleted it shortly after because why? Because these new people he had brought into Turning Point convinced him it would send the wrong message. But Charlie looked to me to guide him with just about everything. If I would have told him to avoid Erica at all costs, he would have.
Wow.
So Charlie looks to you to guide him on everything. Yet and still, he took a meeting behind your back to deal with money, and you lost faith in him. When did that happen?
Never.
Listen again. I'm just, if this is a real, this is a real recording, and I have no reason to believe it ain't, but if in the off chance it isn't, but if it is true, then you'd have zero discernment. When I say you got nada, zip, zips, none, nada, you don't know what the word discernment means. You probably mispronounce it too. He consulted you on everything except money. And soon after you left because y'all had a falling out. So y'all had a falling out because you can't trust him no more. Yet and still, by the time you left, he hadn't been married yet. Make it make sense. I'm just trying to, just make it make sense. That's all.
Well, it seems like it was more just money than just solely being based on her liking him. I believe it was both, but I believe that the money was the stronger motivator. That's all I'm saying. They took on Blexit that was already negative $1.72 million in the hole. Remember that now. They took on Blexit. Like they bailed her out of some sort. So, it's so weird. It's like,
I'm asking you to do is to make it make sense, Miss Owens.
This is crazy.
Again, and it might be that this is a absolute fake. Best fake ever, biggest fake. In fact, I've never seen anything more fake than it. It could be.
Yeah.
But if I were to take the Candace approach, which is what I'm going to take for the sake of this video, then you have to believe all the sleuths on the internet because they might have the one thing that no one else has. I mean, this might be a mommy sleuth dropping this information. This might be one of those people that look, Blue's Clues. I see a clue here. We could have a Blue's Clues moment here. Let's hear some. We could pull the same game that Candace pulls on random fake shit all the time by saying this is the Blue's Clues stuff here. Do you see a clue? You mean she could have stopped Charlie from marrying Erica?
Right.
She didn't? Oh no. That must mean that Candace knew about it and didn't do anything.
There you go.
That means she must be the one reasonable person behind all of it, which also
I think she helped plan something. And she's doing all of this because hit dogs will holler. A hit dog is going to holler. So she's been doing all of this so-called, let me muddy the waters, make it hard for a jury selection. Put enough doubt into this, get the person off because, maybe she has something to do with it. It's the narcissism that won't let her leave this story alone. And she thinks that we're telling her not to ask questions. And it's like, no. But this is how she's reprogrammed her mind to see certain words and concepts. If you tell me no, you don't want me to ask questions. You can ask questions, don't mean you got to go anywhere. You've proven it. She's never been to the UVU campus. But it's just, I feel like she got something to do with it. Period. I want the alibi. You and George.
But so secondarily, right, when we said that Candace must have had a hand in it. If I'm your best friend, some advice for you. If I'm your best friend and I know something about the people you're hanging out with and I say nothing to you, I'm not your best friend.
Right.
I hate your ass. I hate you. I hate you. I don't like you. I'm sorry, I don't like you. If you knew that people put her in front of Charlie to distract him, and you knew this, you said, and you did nothing, you are a worthless friend. Absolutely. Look, curse me first. Curse me to hell if I ever get friends like that. For real. Because that's exactly what you're doing.
Yep.
But if it is true, and she did love Charlie, which seems to all indications to point to, then that explains everything about why she's going after Erica in the manner she is.
Yep.
Trying to say that their marriage was fake, it was falling apart. This would explain everything. It explains why over time she kept leaning towards it, but held back a little bit. Her chance was gone because Charlie's gone. And here we are at the apex of the mountain. And here we have some revelation that they tried on wedding apparel together. And she was in her giddiest, heavenless moment. She was beaming with the possibility. What is going on here? I'm actually getting my wish.
Yep.
He didn't do anything. All right. Well, y'all can decide if it's real or AI. I will let y'all figure that part out. Y'all that might want to believe Candace all the time. Okay, it's AI. But if it is Candace and you have no problem believing that she was in love with Charlie, why didn't Candace, one, say this before, or two, stop Charlie from marrying Erica if she knew that it was a setup?
Exactly.
Please answer those questions for me because I'd love one. I mean, what? Love an answer? I would love one. If she knew she's a horrible friend, if it's not real, how come she hasn't talked about it yet?
Yeah.
Because she'll call out all kinds of fake stuff about her all the time. She hates that. So I want to see if she speaks on this and see in which direction she takes it. We'll look forward to your commentary. And that includes you too, Candyites. I have no problem with you coming forward to say something. I just require you to answer the question. That's it.
They won't answer the question.
Just answer the question.
They have no idea what that is. Y'all.
Okay.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, so this is Graham Allen. All right. So what I'm gonna do is play this video. Let's see. I had the body language guy, and then story box, the truth about Ken. Okay, so the Graham Allen response is about an hour long, and yeah, it's an hour long. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do that one tomorrow along with her show, and I guess that'll be just kind of my live for tomorrow. Hopefully, I can get through it and be able to still do another Umar live. But yeah, I'm gonna go over the Graham Allen's response. So this is just kind of like a snippet they posted up about 4 days ago. It's only 11 minutes long, and they are they're getting her ass. Okay, they're getting in Candace's ass. Yeah, I don't expect anything any less at this point. And I think people are sick of her just going in after Erica Kirk, and Erica Kirk is gonna ignore it. But why you keep going in on her, I don't understand. So let's get to it. Shout out to Graham Allen's show. Let's go.
Candace has gone down the roads a lot. Well, like we've got a lot of things now. So it was the Jews. It was Egyptian airplanes.
Cash.
It was all of these things. Too many to count. Erica's a groomer. We debunked that yesterday about this guy who tried to make it seem like she was kissing some random girl. Turned out it was her niece and all this. But now Candace Owens has moved to, well, let's just do this one first. Now Candace Owens is looking for tips on the witches that cursed Charlie. Let's play this. Let's play this.
Am I technically asking the internet to go on a witch hunt? Yeah, I want the names of these priestesses, their real names. I think that's fair. I think it's a fair ask.
No,
I have a
it's
feeling this might be another piece of the puzzle. Who put the quote unquote spell on Charlie Kirk that he was so concerned about the night before, which I call BS on. There were a lot of crazy people who wrote articles about us. Charlie losing sleep over a priestess who didn't exist a month ago seems a little extra to me. Anyways, if you find anything, email us.
Candace is wild to say that anything seems extra to her. I will say this is the first thing I agree with her on. There are witches out there. There are people who practice in the dark arts. There are people who victimize people, especially Christians. There are individuals out there that practice the dark arts and the covens to destroy all that is good. One of them's name is Candace Owens. And so, the witches that she's looking for, perhaps she should just look into the mirror, because what Candace is doing is very similar to what witches want to accomplish.
I'm telling you, bro, if that's all you got to do to make $300,000 a month on YouTube, I'm doing a whole show on unicorns today. Like,
go to Candace's page for me really quick, Todd. I want to look this up. Yesterday, she wrote, so she's off this week, but she's not off of social media. So she's still like dropping things on social media. But I saw a couple things that really caught my eye, and I want to break this down here. This is a pinned tweet, Todd. Let's keep going. One more. Well, the wild update one. Yep, down right here. Open that up. Open that. Show more. Okay, Here we go. Wild update in the Erica Kirk Jillian story. Someone sent me a tip that upon further research, they discovered that at the time of her textual, see how she's trying to say sexual there, relationship with Erica, Jillian lived in a trailer park within a neighborhood that is known for the highest incidence of child sex trafficking. Well, one, I would say this. Anyone that's lived in like Democrat areas and high crime areas of trailer parks, that's kind of like a duh statement. Yeah. That's like saying, like, everybody knows that in this particular slum of Chicago, murders are at an all-time high. Either way, I forwarded the information to Jillian, and she confirmed it is true. So that's what Candace does. She's trying to say, oh, Jillian's confirming that, yeah, Erica like tried to have sex with me. But that's not, no, Jillian confirmed that she lived in a trailer park neighborhood that was bad. Okay, so then she goes on to say this. So to recap, after striking up a bizarre friendship with a 15-year-old girl who lives in a trailer park without a father, a then 25-year-old Erica proceeds to love bomb Jillian by telling her how beautiful she is. She then asked Jillian for her address to send her chocolate-covered strawberries, meaning Erica was plenty aware of where Jillian lived. Erica knew she was not living with a father in the home, just like Erica knew she was a minor. And yet, according to Jillian, this did not stop Erica from arranging for her to get photographs taken without even having communicated with her mother. This has been debunked, by the way. The mother is the one that drove her to the photo shoot, and the photographer was a renowned Christian photographer that took headshots for models, actresses, beauty queens, all this stuff.
Wow.
So what are you talking about? So the mother knew. The mother knew. And also, this is what Candace Owens leaves out, because she was never in a beauty pageant. She was never a beauty queen. Sorry, you weren't Miss Arizona, Candace Owens. But this type of culture is actually very well known. This mentorship type of culture inside of the beauty pageant world and things. You got a young girl. How is this any different than like having like a big brother or big sister at what's it called?
The Boys and Girls Club.
Thank you. How is this any different?
Yeah,
How?
It's not. I was a baseball coach, a youth baseball coach, before I even had kids, like in the community me and Graham grew up in. And I had these kids at my house all the time, like all the time. It's just, I was a man. A lot of the kids in the community didn't have dads at home. And man, I mean, I was there, I was there as a mentor, as a role model, as their coach. That's a normal thing for people who care about people, for Christians who actually care about the lives of people in their community. It's a normal thing, but apparently you can't be normal anymore.
Correct. But let's finish this out. Let's finish this out, because this was the interesting thing here. And then, of course, I believe that this was a shot at me here without it being a shot at me. Any person defending this is demented. So that's Candace's new thing. If you disagree with Candace, you're a pervert, you're demented. Here's what I love. And this is the power of the pushback to an extent. She goes, to be clear, I am not accusing Erica of having committed any crime. Woo.
Oh, God.
Talk about your lawyers getting a hold of you, Candace. Talk about your lawyers saying, we are about to freaking leave if you don't start fixing this crap that you're doing. To be clear, I am not accusing Erica of having committed any crime, but this is what she does. But I am saying that questions need to be asked, because it is my strong opinion, because see, she can't get sued for an opinion that it is utterly impossible that Erica continues to have proximity to people, places, and organizations accused of child sex trafficking. Okay, she's talking about Greg Laurie, right? Greg Laurie's church, not Greg Laurie himself, but people within the church and all this other kind of stuff. Greg Laurie was on the Make Heaven Crowded tour, whatever. Candace is covering her butthole there. That's what she's doing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then what she does is she makes a factual statement. I am not accusing Erica Kirk of any crime, because she knows Erica didn't do a crime. But what I am saying, it's my strong belief. It is my belief that this is bad. In other words, she's telling her cult followers, go out, seek out, destroy her.
Yeah.
I'm just asking what cult leaders do. This is what cult leaders do.
Scientology,
and it's
we
despicable.
talked about earlier.
Because on top of everything else, Erica Kirk released a video yesterday. Many people don't know this, but Erica Kirk's mom is not well. And so just go down. We don't need to read this. Just go down.
It's not a video, it's a picture.
This is Erica Kirk's mother, who is very sick.
And she keep doing this.
And the video showed her children like pushing her mother around in a wheelchair and all.
This is so crazy, Candace. What are you getting out of this? You do understand no one is going to jail because of your BS investigation, whatever the hell you think you're doing. No one's going to jail. This is annoying. She's sitting here going after this woman's mother who is sick, who has an ailment. And for what? This is insane. I've never seen this level of evil in all my life. She's worse than a dictator. Good grief.
Erica says this, the strongest woman I know, the woman who raised me to love Jesus first and fear nothing else, the woman who taught me that the high road may be narrow and lonely, but it is never empty, because that's where integrity walks. That's where character is formed. That's where God does his deepest work, in the silence of the journey. You poured everything into me as I was growing up, and now in the sacred turn of seasons, we pour everything into you. I can't explain it other than it feels like watching legacy in motion. They are blessed beyond measure to call you Nana, and I am blessed to watch them love you and to see you in their little hearts. The reflection of Jesus is one of the greatest honors of my life. This to me in these little moments is what generational faith looks like. This is what love poured out produces. I love you, Mama, today and always. We've got you. Heaven and earth are cheering you on. Keep going. Here's the reality. Erica's mother's very sick. And this poor woman, her husband was assassinated in arguably what is the worst publicly viewed assassination in modern history. Never have we ever had 36 different angles with millions of people publicly showing exactly unedited what happened in this public execution. So she's got that. Now she's inherited a 1,000-employee company that also happens to be the biggest grassroots organization in the entire country for trying to save America. She's now being subjected to the most horrific attacks from the most evil woman on the planet and all of her cult Canaanites. Now she's got CNN doing documentaries about how her husband was a Christian nationalist and his memorial sparked the moment that Christian nationalists took it too far. She's also dealing with the fact that she's probably going to lose her mom at some point.
That's crazy.
And that right there, it just gives me that much more love and appreciation for Erica, because she is having the worst year of any human being on the planet. Her husband was murdered. Her mother is dying. She's got these kids by herself, and she is still going out there every single day trying to help somebody to make an eternal decision. If that's not God, and if that's not the reflection of Jesus, I don't know what is, because most people would be crushed and like gone right now.
No, and I agree. And I think it is case to the point of the character and the biblical Christianity that Erica Kirk is representing. And to everyone that attacks her, I got nothing for you.
Man, that movie went the videos went straight to the end and kind of popped up to the next one. I was going to go ahead and cover this because the body language guy took one of the interviews between Candace and her at the time fiance, or let's say married, but whatever. He took this, he analyzed it, and it's just like, why is he here, sort of thing. And shout out to Milk Bar, did this video, so I'm excited about Wednesday. I hope you guys are. Let's see here, Swivel 7, and this is 15 minutes long. We can go ahead and check this out.
Candace Owens' bizarre courtship with George Farmer. This clip is courtesy of Nathan Livingstone, Milk Bar TV on X. Make sure that you follow Nathan. He's always has this amazing breakdowns and videos, and from the past. He's like Mace Moore as well. But people were telling me, but why didn't I just analyze this interview from Candace Owens to her then fiance? And they were going to get married, George Farmer. And imagine that it was Erica Kirk interviewing Charlie Kirk. Just one word of warning. I have not watched this clip. I'm going to react to this live with you. I have no idea what I'm going to find here. So let's find out with you, my lovely body language bodies. Let's go.
A wedding special. No, I'm not talking about William and Kate or Harry and Meghan. I'm talking about me. I am getting married this weekend. So we decided that we were going to make this a wedding special and introduce you guys to my fiance, future husband, George Farmer.
Okay, so first thing that I noticed is that this is not the body language that we are used to see. Yeah, this is not Candace's usual body language. And now I don't mean her current body language. I also mean when she was working at the Daily Wire. And this is when she was in PragerU. By the way, that's why you see the logo on the lower right corner. So I don't know. Maybe she was excited to marry this guy after knowing him for what? 17 days?
So just to give everybody context, we got engaged after 2.5 weeks, maybe?
I think it was about that time, yeah.
Right,
That's right, yeah.
right, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, whirlwind romance, I believe.
I know.
Nothing romantic was said, between that day and the day that we got engaged. Nothing romantic was said at all. There was no overtures. We didn't go for dinner. Like nothing.
Flowers.
No, nothing. Yeah, nothing exactly. And so I was very clear about that, because it was almost like getting to know oneself in some ways. It was kind of a very strange experience.
Okay, you meet a woman, and basically 2 weeks later, you are going to marry her, just like that. And there's nothing romantic in those 2 first weeks. I can understand. I didn't know that it was like this. There's an edit of several interviews. And this was an interview of this guy on somewhere else, saying that there was nothing romantic between him and the woman who was going to be his wife in a matter of days. Okay. Yeah, nothing, absolutely nothing out of the ordinary in this universe.
Yeah, it was like I saw myself in her, and in doing so,
I saw myself on her. Did he get that from a Hallmark Channel movie?
And that sounds sort of, well, I fell in love with myself. No, I didn't fall in love with her. I fell in love with a woman who gave so much of myself back to me, you know, and I kind of, I was very willing to let myself fade and give glory to her.
Did Meghan Markle write this speech? Because this sounds like a word salad. I need to repeat this, because this is not something that a man would usually say. We are way more direct in the way that we talk. This is odd in itself.
Back to me, you know, and I kind of, I was very willing to let myself fade and give glory to her.
I was willing to fade and give glory to her. Better.
That's
better.
You know, that was kind of, that's how I view our marriage in many ways. Like I'm very happy to take a secondary position to give glory to her.
Oh, that is why you let her just say all those insane things on her show. That explains everything. Now we can stop demanding her husband to step in and do something about, you know, the astral projections and third eyes and the Egyptian planes and what else. I don't remember. I lost track of everything.
Glory to her.
Nothing had been said. Like there'd be no romantic overtures at all at any of this point. It had all just been very kind of above board and talking about politics and engaging in kind of philosophical conversations.
Philosophical conversations with Candace. I don't know, Rick. I have high doubts that was real. No, that of all the things that never happened, this never happened the most.
And then at the end of December, we started. I called her a couple of times just to kind of chat, and again, you know, just had these long, like prolonged conversations, which were mainly about politics and trying to understand what she wanted to do in life. And at the end of December, I was actually flying to South Africa at the time for New Year's, and I called her and I just said, listen, I know this is completely crazy and we've just met, but how do you feel about getting married to me?
How do you feel about getting married to me? What do you think about this? Well, you know, maybe, yeah, there's literally nothing romantic about that. The question was spot on. Nathan's question was spot on. Can you imagine if this was Erica and Charlie's love story? The candid hearts would be having a collective meltdown over this. That Erica is a honeypot operation or something like that. She was planted by Mossad in front of Charlie. He was injected with those poisonous plants that Jeffrey Epstein was planting on his island to break the will of people. I can go. I'm telling you, I could have a show speaking that way, but I won't. I want to amplify the common sense of the world, and this is at the very least suspicious. At the very least suspicious. I have to go back just a few seconds.
I was actually flying to South Africa at the time for New Year's, and I called her and I just said, listen, I know this is completely crazy and we've just met, but how do you feel about getting married to me?
Just real quick. I missed the bit where there was any sort of...
There was literally nothing romantic had been said up to this point.
Okay.
I mean, literally nothing.
So I missed nothing.
We hadn't gone on a date. We had not talked about marriage or the future or anything like that.
All right.
Okay, this is the part that I tell you why I don't watch podcasts, because I don't know what drives two guys to sit down and talk about these matters. Like, who cares? But at the same time, it's great that these two dudes decided to sit down and this Candace's husband say these things so we can find out how wacko is all this love story between Candace and her husband, because it is, I would say that I don't want to judge. There are marriages that turn out well after a whirlwind romance, but it was no romance. It's he himself saying that some marriages turn out well, but that is not the norm. That is not the norm. You have to, I don't know, maybe they have plenty of conversations over 2 weeks. They had 8 hours of maybe if they had, let's be fair. Okay. I mean, if you spend 2 weeks, if they had, let's say, not 8 hours, nobody's going to have spent 8 hours of talking, but maybe like that movie, Until Sunset, until I don't remember. I don't remember it was with Ethan Hawke. Maybe they spend 2 to 3 hours a day talking about, what drives each other, if they have this chemistry. I could say that after, we could say like what, 20 hours, 30 hours of talking about serious stuff, especially not generic stuff, maybe you can really get to know 80% of the other person, and maybe you can know if the other person is a good fit. I want to be really honest about that, because many people, not even after 4 or 5 dates, talk about serious stuff. They it's okay if you want to go directly to the horizontal mambo, but it's also important that if you want a long-term relationship, you need to be talking about stuff right from the start. That's normal. That should be something normal. But it's the being kind of proud of not having zero romance over this.
No.
Zero romance.
Yes, man.
Maybe he fell for her brain. Boutique Mutts, I am afraid to tell you that I don't know how to say this. I'm gonna get into trouble. I don't want to get into trouble. But yeah, they are men who are sapiosexual. Okay, I consider myself a sapiosexual. I love as much, a smart woman, being able to have a great conversation with a smart woman, but that you cannot fight nature. And before having the smart conversation with a smart lady, let's say that looks are important for men. It's something that is, and again, well, I don't know. I will have no votes here, but I'm just going to say that Konstantin Kisin said that Candace Owens in looks is a 10 out of 10. Konstantin, big shout out to you, my brother. You're great. Your roasting of Candace Owens was on point. I don't know if you said the 10 out of 10 just to soften the blow. But again, I am game to go to trigonometry and not discuss Candace, but other topics. You're doing a great job, by the way. Just mentioning Konstantin Kisin right now. But he said, that she was 10 out of 10 in looks and charisma. So, okay, I guess that beauty in the eye of the beholder, as they say. That is a Metallica song, but at the same time. Yeah, nothing romantic in here. Okay.
Okay. I mean, literally,
so I missed nothing.
We hadn't gone on a date. We had not talked about marriage or the future or anything like that.
All right.
Okay, they haven't talked about marriage or the future or anything. They just talk about politics and philosophy, and that's it. All right.
And she said yes.
No.
Yeah.
Come on.
She did.
That didn't happen.
Yeah,
You're making it up.
I love her story. I think it's an incredible story. I mean, like, how many people can say that?
I know not many people
can say that.
and most people are overthinking it. I know girls that are in these sort of tragedy of relationships, 10 plus years, break up galore 17,000 times. Then they finally, get the ring, and that's supposed to be a celebration. Great. If it's what you want. Mine just happened in a different way.
Again, it's, regardless if it was the Candace Owens or not, there are marriages that can absolutely work this way if both the man and the woman have solid foundations, only emotionally, but mentally. They know where they're going. They realize we are basically aligned. They have this amazing connection, amazing chemistry from the get-go, and say, what are we waiting for? You realize this is what I've been waiting for. That can 100% happen. But I'm going to go. I can't say from a body language perspective, a scientifically verifiably perspective, that he's got the body language of such and such, because no, I cannot. What I noticed is that he's being very frank about how he basically got to ask Candace Owens to marry him. And both in all 3 interviews, he's very frank about was 2 or 3 of them, 2 of them. The 2 interviews, he was very frank about how he met Candace. I didn't see any hesitation, and again, it's like totally okay with that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it is absolutely bonkers. I have no another idea. Even my system, the system that I use to change cameras, failed. But I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosa Sandy, body language guy. Much love and bliss.
Okay, that was the end of that because I wanted to do the Graham Allen response tomorrow. This is like a little over an hour, but it is good. Okay. So, and of course, we got the one of the ladies that Candace kept bringing up regarding her daughter who worked with TPUSA not being able to go or something to UVU. That lady came out on the Graham Allen show and she also kind of like debunked everything that she said. And then you got to remember, Candace is like bringing up random people out of nowhere. We don't know who they are, what they do, and trying to insinuate something with it. So, this was from 2 days ago. So tomorrow, what we'll do is we'll check out these two interviews, and then of course we'll respond to her damn show, girl. Woo child. But this is something else. I mean, I've always said this: stay in a lavender marriage. George Farmer's pink flamingo ass is hiding away, scared to ask for a sandwich now. And I just, I don't see how that can be taken seriously. You're talking about somebody she met in 18 days, and then she tries to pass it off on God. Like, he could care what that girl does. He really could. So, I'm just like, the whole thing with Erica Kirk and all of that is going to run out. Her content is going to, be diminished even more. She's already losing subs. And people are realizing she's not an independent journalist because I refuse to put investigatory anything in front of her name. So, Gary, you done messed up. That recording of her that I believe is her talking about how, he would have left her alone if I told her to leave him alone. Man, come on. I don't think he would have did that. He's not going to stand there and do what you say. So, God. Man, I am so happy you guys tuned back in. I know it's a little late, but that's all I have for this one. And tomorrow we'll come back. Your Candace is not smart. She remedial. Oh my God. I can't imagine her natural, but I'm sure her hair will be in a fro. But we'll come back tomorrow. We'll do more content. I know Gary has done a couple interviews that I wanted to check out, if not go through the whole thing, but just kind of pieces of it. And of course, her show Wednesday, Milk Bar will be here. Shout out to him. So let's see. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna play for this evening, and everything else we'll just tune in tomorrow and check out. But thank you all so much. I appreciate you all. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Shout out to all the people watching me on the second channel, Lady Luck Club with Sweet Tea. Make sure you guys hit these like buttons and keep the videos in the algorithm. I appreciate you all so much. This is the shortest live I've done in a long time, but it was a goodie. All right. So see you all in the next one. And until then, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.